in, boys and girls, to this edition of Sportszone 50. I'm Ryan Mollenkoff, and I'm alongside with Justin Stewart. Last week we talked about how Randolph Morris and Tubby Smith both left the University of Kentucky, and now the focus is turned to who will be coaching the Cats next season.
That's right, Ryan. The search is on, and UK has its eyes on the prize. You guessed it, Billy Donovan. So, Ryan, with all that said, with all the rumors going around, with all the speculation and expert analysis, all this stuff that's going around, when it comes down to the end of the day, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, personally, I've heard 50-year contracts, and I'm hearing $10 million. And, you know, everyone's got their own expert analysis on this Billy Donovan situation. But I will give him credit. He's one heck of a coach. Monday, he won back. His Florida Gators won over Ohio State. Winning 2 national championships back-to-back. The last time that has been done in the SEC was back in 1947 when Adolph Rupp did it with the UK Wildcats.
Yeah.
You know, our own pride. Maybe we'll bring a little Billy Donovan back, and he can do what Adolph Rupp did for UK in 1947. So.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, Billy Donovan really is a prize. I mean, not only because of his track record, but also because of the fact that Florida's been really giving Kentucky a hassle. First team to win, 6 straight times against Kentucky. A little bit of a threat, I'd say so, with UK's strong tradition. So pretty much by taking Donovan out of the picture, not only are you getting a good coach for the Big Blue Nation, but you're also getting rid of that big rivalry that seems to be spinning up a lot. You know, like you said, you know, I've been hearing a lot of contract deals. I've heard a gazillion dollars. I mean, I've heard Billy Donovan's been here looking for houses the day before the Final Four, and his wife's been here looking at houses, and Dad bought a horse farm, and you know his best friend's neighbor's owner's house of some garage down the street overheard his mom talking about how he was coming to Kentucky. I mean, you've heard everything going on. So really it comes down to what's going to happen at the end of the day. There's really no speculation. Everyone has their own opinion. I think Billy might be here. I think Billy might not be here. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no clue. But expect to hear a word from him before Saturday.
Another big thing is you're going to have to see if these juniors, Joakim Noah and Torian Green, are going to come back to Florida. I mean, they're only juniors, and it hasn't happened since UCLA back before basketball was as competitive as now, and they had 65 teams in the NCAA tournament. But if they come back and if they want to try to three-peat, you know, he's going to stay there another year. And I think UK, whoever they're going to sign, it's going to be long-term. It's not going to be a one-year deal. If he stays there, Billy Donovan's out of the question because he's not going to – I mean, you're not going to hire a guy for 1 year and then kick him out just because you have Billy Donovan. Now, some people might say that, but that's just not very good business, and that's just not how UK basketball should be run.
Really, Barnhart is on the clock because he has to make a decision. He has to make a decision now. We can't wait another 2 weeks to get a head coach. We're losing recruits. You're already looking at Jay Lucas and Patrick Patterson, who have already said that they're planning on narrowing down their list in the next couple weeks, and I don't think that they're going to dedicate themselves to a team that doesn't have a head coach.
Well, the UK baseball team had a little trouble over the weekend when it traveled to Mississippi State for a 3-game series. MSU took the series from the Cats on Sunday when the Bulldogs rallied in the 9th inning for the win. The loss dropped the defending SEC champs to 4-4-1 overall in the SEC, but the Batcats play host to Tennessee over Easter weekend and with a 3-game series against SEC rival.
The men's tennis team continued its season-long struggles over the weekend when SEC foes number 1 Georgia and number 22 Tennessee dominated the Cats. On Friday, the Bulldogs swept the Cats 7-0, winning all but one set. On Sunday, the number 59 Cats fared only slightly better when the rival Volunteers spanked the Cats 6-1. The Cats need 2 more wins to make the NCAA tournament, but face ranked teams in their final 5 matches. The Cats travel to number 8 Illinois this weekend and have their final home game of the season Friday against South Carolina.
The Kentucky softball team dropped a Southeastern Conference doubleheader Tuesday to number 5 LSU. Kentucky fell 4-0 in the opener and dropped 8-4 decision in the second game of the day. UK fell to 17-16 on the year and 4-12 in the SEC, while LSU improved to 37-5 overall with a 12-2 mark in league play.
UK women's golf this past week was led by freshman Erica Stills, even par 72 in the final round in senior Katie Johnson's stellar overall tournament. The Lady Wildcats concluded the Lady Seahawk Invitational in 9th place. The blue and white team for a final round 314 in the tournament's final 18 holes to hold steady in 9th place. Kentucky fended off 10th place finisher Charleston Southern, who finished 10 strokes behind the Wildcats. Kentucky's 5 golfers were all within 11 strokes of one another in the final scores.
The Kentucky men's golf team wrapped up play at the 3rd annual Hootie at the Bulls Bay Invitational last week. With a 13th place finish, the Wildcats teamed up to post a 3rd-round score of 290 to bring their team total to 876. Freshman Alex Volpenheim and junior Brad Doster tied for the best Wildcats round of the day as they each recorded a 1 over par 72 in the final round. Volpenheim had 4 birdies, including 3 straight on the back 9, while Doston had 2 birdies on the day. Volpenheim finished tied for 55th with a total of 223, and Doster finished 31st with a score of 217.
The men's track and field team had quite a bit of success when it qualified for 6 events for the NCAA Regionals on Sunday. The Cats also won 2 events in the Yellow Jacket Invitational at Georgia Tech.
The UK women's tennis team is looking to bounce back this week after a pair of tough road losses, number 4 Georgia and 26th ranked Tennessee. The 2 losses snapped Kentucky's 9th match winning streak. The Wildcats will travel to South Carolina to play the 22nd ranked Gamecocks on Friday before returning to home play against 4th ranked Florida on Sunday. The Cats are 15-3 on the season and 6-2 in SEC play.
Now on to the gridiron front as UK football has started spring practice, and this past Monday, Brooks let them bring out the pads.
I think we've got a lot of guys that are ready to show what they can do, and that's why I'm anxious to get in pads, because it's a little hard to tell just in shorts because football is a contact sport. So I think that we're finally positioned to where we return people that look like an SEC football team. And we return most of our production, whether it be tackles on defense, interceptions on defense, or runs and catches and throwing the ball and all those things. Most of those things return on this football team. And now we have to take it to another level.
Obviously, the coaches have great confidence in me, and I think right now it's just going real well. Hopefully we can continue that. Today the coaches did a good job, or actually had the confidence in me to just allow me to call my own plays and audible on the line for about 5 series or 5 snaps in 1 series. So, that says a lot when the coaches believe in you enough to know that you'll put them in the right play in the right situation.
Also on Monday, Wesley Woodyard was named to the Lott Trophy watch list. UK linebacker Wesley Woodyard is among 42 of the top defensive players in the nation named to the 2007 Lott Trophy watch list. So, Ryan, what is your analysis on how spring practice has gone this week for these past couple weeks?
Well, I've been really impressed with I've been out there and I've been watching the players. Keenan Burton has just really been amazing so far this season. There have been a lot of the younger underclassmen cornerbacks trying to cover Keenan Burton, and they just can't do it. He's just way too fast. And talking to a couple of them, they actually say, hey, I might not be able to catch him, but this is making me better. And that's what spring practice is all about, making these underclassmen a little better, getting them up against the top guys on your team. And it's definitely going to be good for both Keenan Burton and the young cornerbacks.
All right. Well, I haven't exactly been out to see spring practice, but I'm sure there has been a lot of growth. That is a very good approach for Brooks, of course. I mean, it's what you're supposed to do, but to have, these kids going up against some of these good guys, because, Keenan Burton is one of the elite wide receivers that's going to be in the pool for next year's NFL lottery, and it's going to be great to see how he transforms these players. And that's really the benefit of guys coming back for their senior years, whether it be, 5th-year senior or 4th-year senior. It's great to see that, because not only does that benefit the team, but that benefits your players as well. It sets a good role for these younger guys coming in, as well as helping them to develop as players. So I think it's good to see that Keenan's out there, and to see that Andre Woodson's out there, and that they're still continuing to lead this team in a good direction.
Well, that wraps it up for this edition of Sportszone 50. Thanks to everyone for watching. I'm Ryan Mollenkoff.
And I'm Justin Stewart. Don't forget to catch us next week.
Same time, same place, knuckleheads. We'll see you then.